Hello, 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 everyone, and good morning to you all. My name is Ava, and this is Stitching in the Interlake. I'd like to welcome you all to my channel. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Absolutely, I do. Well, today is Friday, the 19th of September, 2025. Yes, as we are rolling towards the end of September and also thereby rolling towards the end of the year. And it is, oh my gosh, it's hard to believe. Like, it's just, it's getting ever closer. It seems like we just started it. Juliet and I, we were talking this morning about that. How it's like, how on earth did this year go by so fast? I don't know. I don't know. But the older we get, the faster it goes. Oh, it's a dog barking. I didn't know what it was. There was a dog barking and then a car driving by, and it just sounded weird. That's a dog there. And so, anyway, I am working on Canadian Beauty. And after, like when I get to the end of this video, I will show you what I have done. And so that you can see. Thankfully, I don't need my pattern to be able, or the chart to be able to see where I go. At least not in this part. Yeah. My carpal tunnel was acting up again last night. Oh my gosh, it was sore. So, okay, so what else? What else? I had asked the question yesterday if anybody had noticed if their DMC has gone up in price yet. And a few of you had written back and say, no, not yet, not yet. I don't know what it's like in Winnipeg because I'm not going in until the 3rd of October. So then I can tell you what it is at not Hobby Lobby. Gosh, Michael's. I kept wanting to say Walmart, but our Walmart, as far as I know, does not sell DMC. Hasn't. I don't think they ever sold DMC. I think it was just Anchor. But now that Anchor GMP coats, they were all bought out by DMC. I don't know what's going to happen. I'll take a look when I go into Winnipeg. So, yeah. So, yeah, 2 weeks today, I get my hearing aids. I'll be able to do my regular video in the morning. I'm not sure exactly what time we're leaving because my appointment, I think, is 1:30. So I'll get my hearing aids. We're going to go around and do like our Walmart and Dollarama and Michael's, and then come back, have lunch, and then come back and go to Costco's. And then after we finished up with my hearing aids, then we're going to shop at Costco. Or Juliet might go and start shopping. So, but I'm going to try and get her to stick around a little bit. So, yeah. And Jonah was better last night. Whatever he was going through, he got out of his system. But then it started up again this morning. Not with me, but with Ruthie. I got to take this off because I'll put it on after again. Okay. Yeah. I'll put that on after. I find if I can wear it for a while, it helps the nerve, the carpal tunnel there, the inflammation to die down. So, yeah. So yesterday I went for a walk. I saw Eleanor in the common room and I asked her, I said, "Do you want to go for a walk?" She said, "Sure." I said, "Okay." Now, it might be raining today. I don't know. They are calling for rain, but that doesn't mean anything. And oh, Ruthie. I didn't know what it was there at first. It was Ruthie on the wheel. But she just goes like this. She goes sideways. She doesn't get her full body in there. She just goes with her front paws and gets it to go around. But that's okay. It's still exercise. So, yesterday I was able to put that extra shelf in the pantry. So, I am going to put, just a minute here. I'm going to put some more stuff away. And yesterday I was listening to my audiobook. Really good. She's written a lot of books. I never heard of her before. So she really is a good author. Really good author. So yeah. And then yesterday I washed the dishes and put them away. And like I said, I did in the pantry. Had a shower last night. I'm really, really starting to notice how dark it is now in the morning. Like the sunrise, I think is like at, what is it, 7:40. Just a minute, let me see here. I will tell you when our sunrise and sunset is. Okay. Okay. Sunrise is 7:14 a.m. Sunset is 7:38 p.m. Yeah. I think it was Mrs. G. Robin there, she was saying that she couldn't imagine what winters are like up here. Yeah, yeah, you don't want to know. You don't really want to experience winters up here. Now, if you live on um, the BC coast, winters are not nearly as harsh. And when you're down around Toronto, again, not as harsh, but they do get a lot of, oh gosh, they do get a lot of snow and blizzards in there because they're right on the lake. They're right on Lake Ontario. We're here where we are. We have Lake um, Lake Manitoba, Lake Winnipeg, and Lake Winnipegosis, and um, and sometimes we do get, but it's more like snow squalls. But where it does get to be worse is down around Saint Laurent area, down that way, because they're closer to the lake there. Whereas here, the lake is farther away. It's, I don't know, whatever it is there, 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers. I don't know. But there, it's only about a kilometer away. So, yeah. So, so I decided to stitch this, and I'll show you, because I don't want to show you just yet. I want to kind of wait so that you can see it when I finish the video, because then I get more filled in. So, yeah. And the leaves continue to fall. The lawns are just covered in leaves. They're just covered in leaves. So, and soon that time is going to be finished. However, we have had an absolutely lovely fall. This is the autumn that I wish that we had all the time. And as far as I'm concerned, this can last right into November. Then we can get some snow, colder temps. And then in December, it can go just more snow. And then about Epiphany in January, it can all go. I'm tired of it then. And the one good thing is, I don't have to shovel snow. The only thing I will have to do is brush Susie off. So, yeah. So, and still no word yet on Eric if he's going to fix my thing here. I'm just making do with it. I've just got it here leaning up against my tummy. And I've got my, I put my foot on the base. Sometimes I put 2 feet just to hold it. Yeah. So I'm hoping I can get another box or 2 sorted out and put into the pantry. I wish they would have put more shelves up in there. But they did not. Like to utilize the space, right? Because there's so much wasted space there. And I'm not going to even bother asking. Kevin's too busy there. I still haven't heard anything about my weather stripping about my door. I don't know what's going to happen there, but I wish that, yeah. So on Sunday, there will be a live. However, the live is going to be 1 o'clock, between 1 and 1:15. Okay. I don't know for sure because I don't know. It all depends on how Sunday Mass unfolds. And then the next weekend, the next Sunday, which is I believe that is the 1st of October. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. No. Monday. The Sunday is the 30th. Because my birthday falls on a, let me see here. I don't want to misspeak. Okay, so my birthday falls on the 5th, which is a Sunday. And the 1st is on a Wednesday. So it is a week next Wednesday. Okay. Gosh, the time is just, it's just flying by, I tell you. I can't even keep track of the days. I cannot. I don't know, it almost looks like it's gonna rain. So, so I'm really pleased with how this is turning out. Let me see here. So as you know that the challenge for September is stitching with the housewives. And Exie, you did a beautiful job there with those chickens. Well done, well done. And I think that was a free one, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me, but I could be wrong. So, yeah, so it's stitching with the housewives, or you can stitch a small. Coming up in October, it is Lila Studio, and I am going to be stitching on, I can't remember if it's Winter Quaker Sampler or it's Peace on Earth Sampler. I have no idea. I can't remember. But I'm going to work on that one. And then in November, and you can work on anything you want. You don't have to. This is just if you want to challenge yourself to try and do something different, or check out a designer that you've never checked out before. She does have smaller ones. This is going to be a bigger one. I will not get it done in October. I will not get it done. My goal is, though, to try and get Canadian Beauty done, which was the challenge in June. And the designer focus was Joan Elliott. And this was my choice to do. And I got so far behind because of my move and then trying to get settled. Like, I lost at least, I would say, a good month of stitching. So yeah, I am trying to get this done. Oh, I was watching a program yesterday on 3i Atlas, and now they have said, oh, it feels like I got a hair here. They have said now, the astrophysicists and I don't know, whoever else, astronomers, whatever, they have said now that 3i Atlas has changed course. A comet cannot do that. An asteroid can't do that. Meteor, maybe if it's been knocked around. But 3i Atlas is too big, and it has slowed down. Comets don't do that. So now the scuttlebutt is that it's flying really close to Mars, because it was going to miss Mars by a long shot. And they are even thinking that it might hit Mars. And if it does, it throws up what's called ejecta, the stuff that is, when it hits and it's ejected. And that eventually that's going to make its way to Earth, which I believe. They don't know why. That the tail is not a tail, it's more propulsion. I don't know. If none of you have watched the movie Don't Look Up, it was on Netflix. It was, I don't know, 3, 4 years ago. I would suggest watching that and watch it with an open mind. And it really will make you, it'll open your eyes as to, you know, um, scientists are all saying one thing, but the government is saying, don't believe it. Don't look up there. Look down here. Look at what we're doing here. You know, distraction, right? I don't know. I'm just putting it out there, right? Like Juliet and I, we were talking this morning about what if it was that an Earth does have a bullseye on it. For what? We don't know yet. Um, but what if you knew? What if you were told that in 6 months the Earth was absolutely going to be blown apart? There would be no place safe. Um, Nothing. And we're not rich enough to be able to go on a rocket ship to, I don't know, wherever. Would I want to be locked in a tin can for 50 years? No. No. But anyway, what would you do? What would you do? How would you spend your last 6 months? And I'm talking 6 months. Could be a year, could be 3 months. I don't know. This is just speculation. What would you do? Well, nobody would go to work. You know, you'd buy everything that you need and you just live your life. Like, would you curl up into a ball and just, pray for um, the end? Would you, some people would take themselves out. Other people would go and do the things they'd never done before, you know. Wall Street would collapse. Nobody would work. The inmates would be running the asylum. Yeah. Murder would be rampant because everybody knew that they could get away with it, right? Same with stealing. You know, like, why would you want to steal like TVs and all that when it's not going to help you, right? Some people would get drunk, other people would get drugged up. I don't know what I would do. I'd probably be in shock and I'd probably cry for a while. Would I still do my video? Probably. Would I still stitch? Probably. But yeah. But if you know that it's just none of it's going to matter because nothing's going to survive, right? Nothing. You can't go to a mountaintop and hide yourself away from the whole world in the hopes that it's going to miss you. Mm-mm. No. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying the things that twirl around in this mind. It is unbelievable. But it really is like to really, I mean, each of us knows that eventually our number will come up, right? We know that. And yet we keep on living because we don't know when that is. But if you knew there was an expiration date and absolutely knew it, what would you do? What would you do? You know, it's scary. It is really scary to think about. You know, would you have that knee replacement surgery? Would you, probably most people wouldn't have any kids. You know, would you go to work? You know, it's just, like, I could understand it if there was like a month, right? Because then, if nothing is going, if, you know, like say the hydro went out, and would they come and fix the hydro line for like 2 weeks, right? I don't know. Well, I'm almost finished here. I'm just trying to finish this thread because I don't like wasting thread. And especially if DMC has gone up or any threads have gone up in price. Well, I've only got a few left here, and I will, okay, I will show you here. Ouch. Okay. Alrighty, bring that down there. So that's where I'm at. I like how this looks. I like how that looks. What am I going to do here? Because there are stitches over here and all of that. And then there are going to be the veins put in. So this color is 369, which is in this design. Anyways. So yeah. Blue jays. Anyway, I guess that's it. So, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be well. May God bless you this day and every day. God loves you. And so do I. And so does Jonah. And so does Ruthie. Yeah, they're both in the bedroom. I know one thing I would do. I'd eat anything and everything. I'd eat cookies and chocolate and cake and whatever else. That's what I would do. I just gorged myself silly. But anyways, so please remember on Sunday the live will be 1 to 1:15, and you have until tomorrow to get your name in for the draws. Okay, there'll be the first draw with the 4 patterns, 4 charts, and that's all that they are, is just the charts. Okay, so yeah, so thank you, Jesus, for being my Lord and Savior. Thank you for saving me from my sins. Thank you for being there in my darkest and deepest moments. Thank you for loving me like you do. Thank you for caring enough for me that you would die on the cross for me so that my sins would be forgiven. And that's a prayer I pray for all of you as well. Okay, everybody, I hope to see you back here tomorrow. Toodaloodles, everybody.